Hi everyone. Welcome to H&M Technologies online training. This is the final video of module 7. So directly jump into the VS code and see here. So define a function process, and inside that there is a arguments data, flag and limit. What is the data? Either it is a list or a dictionary or a tuple, no idea. So it's difficult to find which data type it is actually. Now look at this same function, and the data is a list of dictionary, and the flag boolean, and the limit integer, and total a list inside a strings. This is instantly a clear, and this is the power of type hints. And these types hints are optional labels that make your code self-documenting and IDE friendly and professional. Whenever some other developers in your team, if they saw if they see your code, they can easily understand. Now let's see our section 2, basic annotation. For this I'm taking a variable annotations like movie title as a string str, and release year int, and rating float, and is hit or not, just a boolean. So just a specified each variable after I created, and this is what exactly variable annotation it is. So after creating a variable, we are specifying which data type it is. But actually Python will know insidely which data type it is. But as a reader or as a developer, when others see, they will know with the help of this variable annotations. Okay, now let's see function annotations, parameters, and a written type. Same function annotations like I am defining get info, and title is a str, year is an integer, and total is a string, and then written as it is, and see another function which is a calculate total. This is actually totally a float, and the price is a floating value, and the seat integer, and totally it is a float. Now let's see one more function with annotations, and this is blockbuster, and collection is a float, and budget is also float. This is totally a boolean value because it returns a boolean val. Let's test this. See, a triple R was released in 2022. It is a we defined str string there. So triple R was released in 2022. It is a string, and then our next function is a float. The float will give a floating value which is 1050.0. Whatever the value, if it is a point, then it comes under as a floating value. Okay, now see this another function is a boolean. It returns a true. Now type hints are optional. Python still runs the code without type hints and annotations. Therefore, as like a developer, like developers in same team, and beginners, those who are entered new to the programming. So this type hints and annotations is totally for our team, and simply can say annotations are for humans to understand the code. Now let's see list, dict, and optional union. Now firstly let's see typed collections. So it created a function to get a top movies, and it gives output as in a string format, and also created a function to build ratings, and that is a dictionary inside a string and float. Sorry, string and float. Now it's time to give data. So data is movies, Triple R, Bahubali, KGF, Pushpa 2, and the ratings also as well as. And then time to print our output. I am printing a get a movies, top movies. Top two movies are Triple R and Bahubali. And let's do print our build ratings function. Now see build ratings, Triple R 9.0 and Bahubali 8.8, KGF 8.4. Like this, it is a dictionary inside a string and a floating value. Key is a string, value is a float value. Let's see an optional. Optional is like a value that can be a none. For this we need to import a optional from a typing module. So I am from typing, I am importing a optional module. So I created a define function which is a find movie with a title and a db which is a dict inside a string and dictionary. So output in the form of a dictionary I will get, and I also created another function which is a get directors movie, and this is optional here, and output is in the form of a string. If movie is none, which is a no movie, then it returns a unknown. For this I need to give a data, so which is a database inside a like inside a dictionary string and inside a dictionary triple or kgf. This is what we demonstrated here. See title and db is a dictionary inside a string and dictionary inside. Okay, see, now time to print the result. So result is a find movie triple or and the database db, and then I'm printing a director. So getting a director data from the db database, which is how we created now only. Now see, director is Rajmouli for a triple R movie. Now try to give another movie. In this game, I'm giving a spirit, but the output is unknown. See, output is unknown here. This is how we use optionals. Now let's say a union, multiple possible types. Now let's say a union. A parameter can be an int or a string. So for this, I created a function which is a get movie. It is an integer or a str string, and the database is a dictionary. See, one thing you need to observe, everything is here, everything is in a labeled. So we're using annotations and type hints here. And if and we return value for a value in a database values, if value dot get id that matches to the identifier, and the remaining is a none, and we return a database get a identifier to know the identifiers, and then the database is a triple or kgf with the id 1 director Rajmouli and Prashant Nil. Okay, so with the both ideas. Now it's time to print. See, I printed a movie get movie 1 and database, and print get a movie kgf and database. So see, we get both outputs. ID is 1 and director Rajmouli, ID is a 2 director Prashant Nil. So the parameter can be a integer or a string. Both can be taken here. Now let's see a section for type hints in classes. So for this you need to remember our classes and objects. So I created a movie class which is a title, string, year, integer, rating, cast, and we defined dunder in it. As usual, first one self, title, year, rating, and cast. And then we added a none here, which is optional. And here inside I created a is hit and a summary to get our output. And then I also created a class movie database. So we have two classes. One is a movie and movie db. In movie we created a title, year, as usual, self, and none optional. And then inside a movie db, one function is a dunder init and self, and add to get and top rated. Now let's test this. And to test this, I have given this triple or and movie db to add a triple or, and then a db and add a movie Bahubali. It's time to print and run. See the output here. Triple or 2022 and rating 9.0 out of 10. The top rated movies Triple O 2022 and Bahubali 2 2017. So I have seen here for loop the value in a db top rated to print our output like this. Okay, so before this white space is intentionally added here. So this is a white space we added. When you add a type hints to classes, or any functional or classes, our IDE know internally and it complete automatically on every method and attribute. That's alone, it's worth it. So this is how a type hints are very useful. Now let's see practice questions. Here are two practice questions with a beginner and intermediate level. Pause the video and open your VS Code. Try all of these practice questions. Now let's see a summary of what we done in this video. So basically basic annotations, parameters and type, and then written types and typed collections and optional union and also type hints in classes. Okay, this is what we done in this video. Now we have finished module 7 advanced Python concepts. Next module 8 Python projects and real world applications, where everything comes together. And take a day, uh, revise all the topics until now we have covered. In module 8 we're going to do real world projects and real world applications. For this you need to remember all those topics previously we done from a basics. Okay, and also complete all the practice questions, then you'll get a clarity what it is exactly. Learning is not just knowing the subject or a topic. Coding and everything, it's about how much you practice. After practicing, well, we may get errors and overcoming the errors, then we'll learn actual stuff. So that's why I'm always giving him practice questions. You need to must and should try the practice questions. Okay, and thank you for choosing H&M Technologies online training.